You may have seen this one around ParaFlush Cleanse or something that sounds like that. I started seeing ads for it on Facebook, Instagram, and maybe even TikTok. The ads redirect to a page paraflushcleans.com. The page kicks off with a dramatic headline about why 85% of Americans over 30 struggle with weight, energy, and digestion, and it reads like one of those long, clickbaity video sales pages. It even claims to be seen in places like CNN, Forbes, and Today. That sounds impressive, but when you look for any coverage of ParaFlush on CNN, Forbes, Today, or other mainstream outlets, there is nothing. Searching those sites and Google turned up no legitimate articles. The as seen in badges on the sales page aren't backed up by real links or citations, they're just images trying to borrow trust. The sales page tries hard to sound scientific. Breaking new research reveals harmful bacteria overgrowth is the root cause of weight gain, energy crashes, and digestive problems after age 30. That's convenient phrasing because it promises a single neat cause and a simple fix, often a setup for selling pills or supplements. The format and tone are the same as other lengthy presentation-style pages I've seen before, where a personal breakthrough story leads to a product. But when I dug in, the personal story didn't give a real name, just stock-looking photos and generic language. Reverse image searches on those photos show them popping up in other places, which suggests they might be stock images or reused assets rather than a real founder's family photo. They list ingredient names that sound plausible: milk thistle, turmeric, pumpkin seed, berberine, clove bud, garlic, and sometimes they talk about recipes or gut reset protocols. That's classic. Combine a handful of mostly harmless herbs and call it a protocol, then offer the product as a convenient substitute. Even if those ingredients have legitimate uses, the presence of recognizable herbs doesn't automatically make the product effective for the specific claims they're making. Also, pages like this sometimes promise the recipe but then only sell you a bottle of pills or probiotic gummies. That mismatch between story and product is something to watch for. The page also has the familiar limited time countdown timers and scarcity language. Special pricing ends in X minutes, limited availability today, even when I left the tab open for a long time and refreshed. Those timers are almost certainly fake and are designed to make you act impulsively. One thing that stood out when I clicked around was how many links didn't work. The terms and conditions link just brought me back to the top of the page. The contact links were either missing or non-functional. Real businesses provide clear working contact info, an address, phone number, or at least an email that isn't hidden inside an opaque checkout widget. And speaking of checkout, when I simulated adding a product to cart, they snuck in a subscription. The checkout flow says one of the options will charge a recurring subtotal of $46.99 every month. That's a big deal. Some supplement pages bury subscriptions in the small print or hide recurring charges behind buttons that look like one-time purchases. The privacy policy and actual cancellation policy aren't presented up front. They only show up after you click to pay, which is a tactic to reduce friction. You might also see this product for sale on places like Amazon, Walmart, or eBay. Don't assume that a listing on a big retail site equals legitimacy. Lots of third-party sellers create listings that look official, but the items are shipped by unknown vendors and don't have the same vetting a store-brand product would. So where does that leave us? Based on the combination, I'd say there are multiple red flags that make me uncomfortable recommending ParaFlush Cleanse. I can't prove it's an outright scam from this alone. I didn't buy it or test it, but I can say it looks and behaves like many other sketchy supplement offers that prioritize sales funnels over transparency. If you're tempted, here are a few practical things to do instead of buying from that page. 1. Look for independent third-party lab reports or certificates of analysis if you want to verify what's actually in a supplement. 2. Check for the products sold through reputable retailers or pharmacies with clear return policies. 3. Talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you're on medication or have health conditions.